Day 52.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 52nd day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Okay, time to go to the cafeteria and tell everyone about what happened. Oh, hey, Nozomi. Moku's still unconscious. She's able to swallow liquids, and sometimes she seems like she's vaguely aware of her surroundings. Can't help but worry, though. I'm going to stay by her side until she's ready to wake up. That's going to be a lot of work. Remember to take care of yourself as well, okay? I know, I came back to change and freshen up, but I should be getting back to Moko now. Well, good luck. The longer Moko stays unconscious, the worse Nozomi is going to feel. I hope she wakes up soon. Obviously we should tell people about the ghost. I just don't think we're going to make any progress. Like, we don't really have any new info on him, do we? What we really should do is take another look at the moon, get a telescope going or something. If I was expecting a peaceful morning, those hopes were shattered the moment I got inside the cafeteria. Oh, you two are back.
I told you! I've had enough!
Yes! Kako has finally stood up for herself. Kako and Emma? They're actually here today. What's going on? Give me the rundown. What's going on? Now things are getting interesting. Talk to Kako, you'll see what I mean. It's all happening now. Fight! 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 Kako and Emma are having some kind of disagreement. I've never seen them like this before. Is Lady Kako going through a rebellious phase? I well remember when the Holy Jumanji sword got like that. Every time I tried to hug her, she'd slice me up, but looking back on it, she was still enduring in her own way. What's going on with those two? I got a bad feeling about this. I got a very good feeling about it, actually. First they disappear for days on end, and now they're getting all dramatic. I think I liked it better the way it was before. I think you should talk to Kako. This is her moment. I've never seen Kako get so angry before. She's actually pretty scary. Kako and him are, well, it's like... I'm sorry not good at explaining these things. You're better off asking Kako about yourself. Silent. Serves you right. Hey, Kako, what's up? Is something wrong? I can't take it anymore. Always doing what my brother tells me, staying in his room all day. I've had enough of it. At this rate, we'll pass the whole 100 days just hiding, not doing anything useful. I don't want that. I want
to fight too! Just like everyone else.
You do? Well, it's about time, but hey, better late than never. Of course you can join the team. Let's 86 those invaders and save the world together.
Don't be so ridiculous. Who gives a rat's ass about the world?
What was that? All of you. You see what you've done? You proud of yourselves? All your ridiculous talk of teamwork and fighting for the a greater cause has poisoned my dear sister's mind. Nobody poisoned me, brother dearest. Why? Why are you always like this? You never let me do anything. You never even call me by my name. Do you have any idea how much I hate that sister dearest stuff? I know you don't want me to get hurt, but I can't go on like this anymore. Everyone is working so hard, putting their lives on the line. Well, we just keep ourselves safe.
If you want to be a coward, you can do it alone.
A coward, sister dearest. Why would you say such an awful thing to me? I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. How much longer is this family drama going to go on? I'm falling asleep over here. Shh, don't butt in. They need to work this out between the two of them. Brother dearest, please. For once, just listen to me. Let me do what I want. This is important. Let me fight.
Let me do something that matters. That's all I ask.
Well, this is a surprise. I don't think I've ever heard you speak so forcefully, sister dearest. You're really serious about this, aren't you? I guess there's only one thing for me to do then.
I have to punish you for stepping so far out of line and give you a thorough re-education.
You stay away from her, you creep. What? Come along back to our room. You need a stern talking to. No, please. Come along, sister dearest. Do as your dear brother says. Emma grabbed Kako's hand and started dragging her toward the door. But before he could get there... That's enough! Give it a rest, man! Takamaru stepped in to block their path. I don't care if you are her brother. You got no right to treat Kako like this. You really love her. You shouldn't you respect her opinion a little more? What did you say? What makes you think you have any right to decide what's best for my dear sister?
I have to protect her. From herself, if necessary. Now, get out of my way!
Emma moved too fast for me to follow. One moment he was reaching into his pocket. Whoa! The next he shoved something sharp and deadly looking into Takamaru's side. Just stabbed him!
Takamaru!
You piece of shit.
All in favor of exile?
It's your own fault for interfering. I am my dear sister's protector. Her rock, her guiding light, her everything. Her happiness is my responsibility and mine alone.
Hey, we got those cages in the courtyard.
She is what gives my life meaning. I would do anything to keep her safe. Any act of violence, or cowardice, or cruelty. Nothing is too extreme for me.
Alright, everyone else, get him. Serial killer guy, get him. Takamaru fell to the floor, a red puddle spreading out beneath him. He's gonna be okay though, right? No freaking way, he straight up shivved him! There's so much blood. Kinda gets you in the mood, doesn't it? Oh, the killings have finally started! Come on, we have to stop the bleeding. Oh, we can use the tablecloth for bandages. Someone help me tear it into strips. But if I touch anything, my total failure, pathogens could infect the wound. Never mind that, just do it! We all crowd around doing whatever we could to help our fallen friend. Wait a minute, the culprits escaped! Huh? Kararo was right. While the rest of us were busy tending to Takamaru's injury, Emma had disappeared. And he'd taken Kako with him. They're both gone! Wasn't anyone watching the door? The coward, a true warrior, would stay and face retribution for his actions. Oh, just look at all that blood. I'm about to start drooling. We can deal with those two later. Right now, Takamaru takes priority. I think he's passed out from losing so much blood. We should dress the wound and get him somewhere so he can rest. Yeah, that's no rush. If he dies, you can just take him to the infirmary and bring him back. We still have to try to save him. Someone help me with his legs. We did our best to get Takamaru patched up. Then Naito, Higamu, Gaku, and I carried him back to his room. Yeah, it's a pretty cool place. Alright, lower him down, gently.
Huh?
Right! Once we got him into bed, we thought the hard part was over. But we were wrong. Takamaru's eyes flew up and he immediately tried to get back up. That son of a bitch, where is he? I'm gonna tear him limb from fucking limb! Stop moving around, you're gonna make it worse. You need to rest. This is just a scratch, barely even hurts. You're not fooling anyone, man. He cut you open. Of course it hurts. Bringing you back to full health with the Revive-O-Matic's always an option. What do you say? I can make it quick. Don't give me that. Dying in battle's one thing, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna let something like this do me in. Of course, death isn't something to be treated lightly, even if you do have the option of bringing people back.
Hey!
Yeah, I mean, I'm still rocking a 0 deaths record, so we're gonna keep that rolling. In that case, you'll have to stay here and rest until your wounds heal. Well, I guess aside from Darumi that one time, there was literally nothing I could do about that one. Don't tell me what to do. Get up, just. See, what did I tell you? Damn it. Get that little bastard for this. Nobody pulls a knife on Takamaru Yakushiji and gets away with it. You guys hear that? Ima's mine. Don't go passing any vigilante justice till I'm back on my feet.
Huh?
Yeah, sure. Not like I was about to go after him anyway. That being said, I do think it would be in like we don't need to like kill or exile him or anything immediately, but we definitely need to get his sister out of his clutches. Like this is a very like I feel like there might be like a domestic situation going on at this point. So like your revenge is all great and all, but Kako's well-being is slightly more important than that. I just don't understand. Why would he do something like this to a friend? You really thought Imma was our friend? He's always been protective of Kako, but this is taking it to another level. Damn it all to hell! I get my hands on him. Why'd it have to be Takamaru he lashed out at? Things are only going to get worse now. We spent the rest of the day tending to Takamaru, forcing him back down whenever he tried to get up. Eventually he fell asleep, and we finally felt confident leaving him alone. It was pretty late by the time I got back to my room. We took no action to help Kako out for the whole rest of the day. It sounded like him was literally gonna like torture her. Like, oh. Couldn't we at least split into like groups? Oh, what a day. As if we didn't have enough on our plates with Moko's condition, now we have to worry about Imma going postal on us too. It's really gone too far this time. What's he thinking?
Huh?
Oh, what's that? As I looked absently around my room, I caught sight of something that hadn't been there before. Was that a note? Oh, is this gonna be like a plea for help from Kako? There's a scrap of paper at the door. How did this get there? Is it some kind of note? Did someone leave it for me while I was gone? Picked up the paper and turned it over to find a message on the other side. The handwriting was rough and messy, as if it had been written in a hurry. Please convince my brother to let me fight. Huh? Is this? I don't recognize the writing, but given the contents, this could only have come from Kako. She must have slipped away from Imma at some point and slid it under my door. And she wants you to get Imma to change his mind? That's quite the tall order. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who can be won over with little arguments. Not to mention, if I say the wrong thing, he might stab me, too. I still think exile... Well... If we exile him... Like, I know he's, like, awful, but... Kako probably wouldn't take that well, so... I guess we gotta try being civil, at least.
You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Wow, it really is getting late. Must have spent more time with Takamaru than I realized. Maybe I'll show this note to everyone in the morning and ask them what they think I should do? If I'm going to talk him around, I'll need all the help I can get. Still puzzling over Kako's request, I slipped into a light, troubled sleep. My 52nd day at last Defense Academy was over. And I wasn't sorry to see it go either. Day 53. Operation Save Kako is in full force. Let's go.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine.
Maybe Operation Liberate Kako. Got a little more grandioseness to it.
Get ready for your 53rd day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Huh?
Who'd be calling me this early? Still feeling groggy, I opened the door and was met with a bright greeting and a cheery smile.
Ah.
You're lucky I don't put you out where you stand. Good morning, Mr. Semino! Emma. Forgive me for skipping the small talk. I'm going to come right out and ask. Are you hiding something from me? No. What would I be hiding from you? I'm an open book, man.
Yeah.
Hiding something?
Aha.
Perhaps I'm just imagining it.
Huh.
But then again, maybe not. Well, which is it? This could be important. Yes or no? Let's break this down. Let's break this down. No, I'm not hiding anything from you. I push back, protect Kako, right? Because presumably, like, maybe Kako slipped away, left a note. Emma doesn't know for sure what's going on, has suspicions. If I say no, I'm not hiding something, I'm protecting Kako, in theory. If I say yes, that maybe could be a roundabout way of building some rapport with Emma to potentially get him on side later. Here's the other thing too, though. If I feel like, yes, I'm hiding something, where does that lead? That leads to probably revealing the note. That is awful because Emma has a superiority complex over his sister. The only way we convince Emma to let Kako fight is if he thinks it's his idea. Right? If the whole thing is we need Emma's consent, he needs to come to the conclusion himself. If he knows that any way we're trying to convince him is at Kako's request, he has a superiority complex over his sister, where he doesn't respect her opinion at all. So if he knows we are acting at Kako's behest, he's gonna put up like probably a even greater defense than typical. So we are not hiding anything.
Duh?
Really, I just want to be sure I heard you correctly. You hiding something from me or not? No. 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 I'm not hiding anything. I'm not. Look, you can keep up with the interrogation, but I'm not hiding nothing from you. I don't think this is working very well. Like, I'm honestly not hiding anything from you, bud. Nothing you've got a right to know about, anyway. Yeah, I'm starting to think maybe this isn't an actual option. Look, I'm not hiding anything! I'm not! I'm starting to feel like I might not have a choice in the matter. How many times have we done this? Okay, well, I think we might have to say yes. Just making sure this isn't the type of game where if you are really persistent and say no like 30 times or something, you actually get the choice. I feel like if it was a real choice, we would have gotten it by now. What's our transcript looking like? I don't know, that's a lot of no's. Okay, fine, I am hiding something from you. Oh my... I wouldn't say I was hiding it from you, but I did find a note from Kako last night. Great.
Ah.
Why am I showing him the note? I'm showing him the note now. Why am I such an idiot? Never actually saw her though. She probably just slipped it under the door. Isn't rule number 1 of these sorts of situations where there's like potentially a domestic abuse situation going on is you don't tip off the guy? You don't reveal your hand until you got him like actually cornered in the exact situation you need? Ah! That does look like my dear sister's handwriting, may I? Without waiting for an answer, Emma took the note from me and screwed it up into a tight ball. Hey, what are you doing?
Ah.
My dear sister clearly puts a lot of stock in your oratory skills if she thinks they'd work on me.
Aha.
How about we make a deal, Mr. Sumino? A deal? If you really need more firepower, I don't mind joining the team. What? I do have one condition, though. You have to convince my dear sister not to fight. I don't really want you on the team. Convince Kako.
Huh?
She's going through a rebellious phase, and no matter what I say, she refuses to see senses. I'd like you to use your talent for talking to people to get her to give up on this silly notion of fighting like the rest of you.
Ah.
If you can do that, I'll gladly put my life on the line instead. This is not where I thought this would go, and I don't like it. You really mean that?
Aha.
Cross my heart. Any attempt to put my dear sister on the battlefield is doomed to failure. She's meant to be protected, not a protector. She just needs somebody to convince her that this is for the best. And that's where you come in. If you can manage that, I'll do enough fighting for the both of us. Well, do we have a deal? No. No!
Duh?
Don't be like that, Mr. Sumino. Do we have a deal? No! I don't want to do your bidding. Here we go again. I mean, to an extent, I guess it's at least somewhat honorable that he's willing to kind of go in his sister's place. I just don't like... You stabbed a guy. I mean, I guess you stabbed a guy. You probably actually make a decent combatant, but... Fine, we have to deal.
Hey!
Alright. I'm feeling you're not going to take no for an answer anyway. You think? Another astute observation. Thank you for making this so easy, Mr. Samino. Believe me, you've made the right choice. My dear sister is a lot of things, but a fighter is not one of them. If one of us has to get our hands dirty, it should be me. Anyone can see that.
Ah.
Okay. Just so long as you hold up your end of the deal. Yeah, no, I want to see you on the battlefield before I convince Kako, right? I've already given you my word. Do I look like a liar to you? Yes. Very much so, actually. In fact, there's another guy I know from another world you bear a striking resemblance to in a certain way. Yes, that's why I mentioned it. By the way, what if I can't persuade her? What'll you do then? Such a negative attitude. Such a negative attitude, ill becomes you, Mr. Samino. That does happen, though. Maybe I'll just break down the door to the defense room and end the war that way. What? So long as my dear sister can live the rest of her life in peace and safety, I don't care what happens to humanity or the planet. If I judge that this war is putting her in undue danger, I won't hesitate to end it by any means necessary. He said all this with the same placid smile on his face that he always wore. If I didn't know better, I might have thought he was joking. I did know better, though. Behind that smile, he was dead serious. He would gladly doom humanity if it meant keeping his sister safe. She really is his entire world. Now that that's settled, you should go to work. If you can't talk her around by the time Mr. Yakushiji recovers, it will only complicate matters.
Hey!
And remind me whose fault is that? Guilty as charged. Well, good luck. Hima waved nonchalantly and sauntered out of the room, looking like he didn't have a care in the world. Am I really going along with this? So, turns out I'll be trying to convince Kako, not Hima. You freaking doormat! I don't like it, but Hima hasn't given me a lot of choice. He's not going to budge on this, I can tell. What do you mean he hasn't given you? He's one guy! He's one guy! What power does he have here? And honestly, he does have a point at Kako not being much of a fighter. We don't know that! Like, the Himo Anima works in mysterious ways! And look at the last guy that joined! I have to act like I've accepted her request, then turn around on her once she's opened up to me. I don't have... Kind of a rotten thing to do! Yeah, you think? But it's for the greater good. Is it? I don't really even want this guy on my team. I'll start by asking the others about her. This feels like it really should be a choice. What am I doing? Let's talk to Kako first. If there is a way to short-circuit this awful ploy, maybe talking to Kako first is it. Not this game at 100 endings. Where are my branching paths? Where are my choices? Okay, where is Kako exactly on this floor? No, I just looked, but she's not even on the first floor. Where is she then? She's in the library. Okay. honestly, what's going to happen here is we're gonna have Ema on the battlefield, and then like he's gonna be there to start with, and then like we're gonna be in overheads. It's gonna be a commander that's like too difficult to beat, and Kaku's gonna come out and save the day. So like that's where this is going to go. I'm like 85% certain, but still, I don't like the process. Takumi, did you get the note I read you? Well, not convincing Ema. Oh, good, you did get it. I wrote it so I could ask for your help without my dear brother finding out. I'm sorry to trouble you. And I'm sorry for being an unreliable coward. So, what do you think? Will you be able to convince him? Well, I'm still getting all the information I can first. Really? Thank you, Takumi. But are you sure about this? He seems dead set on not letting you fight. Whatever. He's always treating me like a child. Tell me, sister dear is this and sister dear is that. And after what he did to Takamaru. He did cross a line there, it's true. He went to crazy levels to protect you. He's always been like that. He probably will be until the day I die. But I can't live like this. So what would you want to do if you could live your own life? I want to be a detective. Huh, a detective? Yes, just like the person I've always admired. But never mind about me. I'm counting on you, Takumi. Please convince my brother somehow. If I press her any further, she might get suspicious. So Kago wants her independence so she can become a detective. Is that the only reason? I feel terrible. What do we got now? Shuma. I guess we'll go to Shuma in the training room, and then we'll head down to the first floor. We really should check out the courtyard at some point, too. Oh wait, Shuma's in the training room, right? There you are, buddy. Info about Kako. Yeah, can you tell what you know about her? Conversations you've had with her or anything like that? I'm sorry, but I don't really talk to Kako very often. I wouldn't want her to catch any airborne particles from a pessimistic fungus like me. Haven't you interacted with her at all? Well, come to think of it, when I was starting Takamaru's super intense to Helmback training, Agent Kako did drop in on us. But before she could say anything, Ema showed up and took her back to his room. Maybe she wanted to train with you. She does seem pretty enthusiastic about joining the fight. You think so? I thought for sure she came to observe his social oddity on the verge of death, dripping with sweat and snot. I'm still curious about the training involved. No one could have expected as dramatic a transformation as yours. If that's the case, maybe you'd like this. Tire? What for? Part of the training was having me run while pulling a tire. If you're interested, feel free to use it yourself, Takumi. Don't worry, I've fully disinfected it. My inferiority spores aren't on it anymore. Okay, thanks. I don't plan on doing any training, but maybe I can use this for something. Yeah, might as well hold on to it. Which, in and of itself, will be a bit of a workout, actually. While we're here, we could upgrade some weapons. No, we can't. Never mind. We're in strictly story progression mode. Okay, let's see if we can visit the courtyard at least, even if we can't do anything there. That's a gym. Like, we probably can't do anything or go there, but we can try. That's a school. Wait, is the schoolyard and courtyard two different places? Hold on, let me check the map. Because we have a gym, we have shop, cafeteria, storage, garage, bathrooms, classrooms, parking lot, lab. Oh, the courtyard's on the second floor. Huh. Okay. Who would have thought? Isn't someone in the garage? Or is it in the parking lot? Takamara. Takamara, you okay? Out here with that injury? This little scrape's nothing. Gecko apologizes for it, you know. She ain't so bad. It's that asshole brother of hers that's the problem. Yeah, it seems like she's getting tired of putting up with him, too. I thought she was pretty badass speaking up about how she wants to fight. That shit stain just had to go screw it up. Hey, calm down, you'll make the wound worse if you get worked up. By the way, do you know anything about Kako? I'm trying to learn more about her. Let's see. I was screwing around with my ride, she came to talk to me. Said she wanted to try driving it, but I shut her down. Can't do that without a license. Even in the post-apocalypse, you know? Rules are the rules. Wow, you're surprisingly upstanding about that kind of thing. Damn right I am, it's against the law! But yeah, that reminds you want this thing? A bicycle. Where'd you find this? Out in the ruins. It's worn to shit, but it's still usable. Bikes ain't so bad, you know? I patrolled the turf on one till I got my license. Thanks, I'll take it. Sure, do what you want with it. Smack people with it. Cuddle with it. Sorry, I think I opened the wound a little. Gonna go back to my room and rest. Takamara doesn't seem like he's recovering very well. But maybe I can use this bike for something. Yeah, is Kako just actually interested in everything? Like detective work, bikes, training, exercise, like... Yeah, she seems to be a multifaceted individual with many varied interests. Oh, wow, so this is the courtyard. Why do the cages say danger? They are totally prison cells. Are those cages over there? You want to keep animals here? They're too big for rabbits or guinea pigs. They're actually human-sized. The gaps between the bars are pretty narrow. There's not even enough space to reach a hand through. There's a notice here, let's see. These cages are fitted with electromagnetic wave generators that can be used to disable prisoners' powers and abilities. Disable their powers? Does that include hemoanima? Why would we need to lock anyone up here, though? I can think of one reason. Does this water get recycled? Does it get filtered for hygiene reasons? Jim got all excited the other day when looking at this cage. She's the last person who should hand the key over to. Well then. You wanna know what, Kako? I've only been able to talk to her a little every now and then. Anything you can tell me is fine. Well, when I'm tinkering with cars in here, she always has a sparkle in her eyes. And she's really enthusiastic when she asks me about bikes and driving techniques. I think she's into that stuff. I see, thanks, that helps a lot. It's nothing, don't mention it. Hey, by the way, check this out. It's a prototype I just finished. Ta-da! Custom-made motorcycle engine, pretty sweet, right? Overhauled it in my spare time to relax. Tuned it up so much it's gonna give a real smooth ride from now on. To be honest, I can't tell what's so special about it, but I'm glad you're so happy with the results. Yep, I'm really proud of this one. But this is my only, it's only prototype of something Takamura asked me to do. I've still got plenty more to work on. Motorcycle engine, huh? Hey, Sposa, do you think I could have that prototype? It's fine with me, but does that mean you're building something, Takumi? Maybe, I don't know if it'll work yet, though. Thanks for the engine, and the info about Kako, too. It really helps. Wait, so are we building Kako a motorcycle? If I'm Ema here, that is like the last gift I want her to get. Like, motorcycles are notorious for being like the most dangerous way to travel. Where am I? Am I here? No, I'm here. I'm right in front of the gym. Yeah. I almost would rather be on the front lines than riding a motorcycle. Like, you can get in some nasty accidents on a motorcycle. The man himself. How's it going, Mr. Semino? Please be careful not to let on to my dear sister that you're trying to convince her, not me. I understand, but I need your help too. Your brother and sister, you must have some info you can share about her, right?
Oh!
I'd rather not let a single soul know any private details about my darling sister. But I suppose I have no choice this time.
Aha!
What would you like to know? Well, do you know anything about what she wants right now? That would undeniably be a motorcycle. Or more precisely, a scooter. A scooter.
Yeah!
Her father was a detective. He often rode a scooter to work, an old-fashioned one that made her want one as well. Huh, this is the first time I've heard about your father being a detective.
Ah!
Well, he and her mother both passed away from a traffic accident while we were in elementary school. In spite of that, my dear sister has always admired our father's detective work. I see. Ever since our parents died, it's been just the two of us. We made whatever we could to survive. We begged and even dumpster dived. I've done so many foul things for the sake of money. Weren't there any other adults who could take care of you? Of course we had relatives. That said, they'd take care of us. But let's just say we've seen no shortage of the dark side of adults like that. What? That's why I decided never to trust anyone, so long as I had my dear sister. That was enough for me. Emma. No, you're not gonna make me sympathize. I don't want my dear sister to see how foul this world truly is. I'm the only one who needs to bear that shame. I'll do whatever it takes for her sake, even if it means licking a stranger's boots. So that's the reason for a strange attachment to Kako. And you, Mr. Semino, has been tasked with convincing my dear sister not to fight. Please take this assignment seriously. You had a lot of good info to offer. So Kako wants an old-fashioned scooter, huh? I have to remember that. Okay, so the thing Kako wants is... that would undeniably be a motorcycle. Or more precisely, a scooter. I said an old-fashioned scooter would make Kako happy. Got all the materials? I'd better head over to the Gift-O-Matic and whip up an old-fashioned scooter right away. Motorcycle with a unique chassis. It's compact and easy to ride, and the cute look makes it popular. And this is a fun gift for her, at least. Alright, it's finished. Now I just have to give it to Kako and hope it helps convince her. Kill me. How did it go, Takumi? Were you able to convince my brother? Oh, you're giving me this scooter? It's the same model as the one my father rode. Wow, this is amazing. It's like he's here with me again. I've always wanted a bike like this. Thank you, Takumi. Kako had tears of joy in her eyes. She was undoubtedly thinking about her father. She's bearing her soul like an innocent child. This is my chance to convince her. Kako, to tell the truth, there's something you and I need to talk about. We need to talk? Is that you wanting to ride the scooter too? No, it's not that. Granted, that'd be pretty sweet. It's about Emma. I'm sorry, but I can't help you convince him. But why? You said you'd help me. Because I see things the same way he does. You really aren't meant for the battlefield, Kako. What am I doing? How could you, Takumi? Your gift made me so happy.
But you only brought it here at my brother's suggestion to convince me.
That's right.
That's exactly right.
He told me I had to, so I have no choice. I knew it. Here I thought you of all people could actually convince my dear brother's fight.
Oh.
This is so cruel. Not enough. There's nothing else for us to talk about. Darn, I couldn't convince Kako at all. You think more about how she feels. I really don't actually want to retry the persuasion. This is how it's meant to be.
But you only brought it here at my brother's suggestion to convince me. I won't change my mind, no matter what anyone says. I don't want us to run away from everything like cowards anymore. I want to be part of the team and fight beside you.
Something like that.
It's not like that.
Except it is. Is that I agree you'd be better off not fighting. Glad to say it's time to recruit the siblings. Sorta. I'm actually trying to not recruit her right now. Against my will. How can you say that, Takumi? Please hear me out. He was worried about you. Even though he doesn't respect you as a person in the slightest. But he's worried. He's worried. Doesn't that count for him not respecting your autonomy at all? He doesn't want the person he cares about most to be in danger. And I understand how he feels, that's why. But you're forcing me not to fight. It's always been this way. He's always held me back, intervening and telling me it's for your own good, sister dears. He won't even call me by my name. He only worries about himself.
He just controls me however he sees fit.
You know, you might be right about that.
You might be right.
Emma definitely goes too far trying to protect you. Right. If you think so too, you should tell him, Takumi. I couldn't convince her at all. I can't leave things like this. I need to make Kako understand. This is like the meme where it's like,
however he sees fit. I
Wrong.
refuse to give in to him. This time, I'll fight of my own free will.
you're wrong.
You're wrong, Kako.
Why am I using my rhetorical skills for evil? Ah! How can you say that? Because Emma told me he'd fight in your place. That's why he asked me to come here. So I could convince you to stay out of danger. But... do you think someone who just wants to control their sister would do something like that? Yes. Yeah, he's playing it. He's desperate. He's playing the last card he has available. He must care about you with all his heart. Look, I'm not saying he doesn't care. I'm saying he is extremely misguided in how he goes about it. And I don't think he's actually helping her. Right? If you care about someone, you don't... You shouldn't want them to never experience any hardship. Right? It's our struggles that build character and make us stronger people in the end. You can't shelter her from everything. That just weakens her in the long run. You're the only family he has.
Oh.
Brother, dearest.
Anyway, that has nothing to do with this. It's all just him deciding things in the end. I'm his only family, but he never discusses things with me. It's just so cruel. I hate him.
You heard what I said, right? I hate my brother. Don't just stand there, say something. Couldn't convince her at all. Can't leave things like this. Okay.
He just controls me however he sees fit.
You're wrong.
You're wrong, Kako.
How can you say that? Because Emma told you to find your place, that's why I asked you to come here. To convince you to stay out of danger. But do you think someone who just wants to control their sister would do something like that? He must care about you with all his heart. You're the only family he has.
Oh.
Rather, dearest.
Anyway, that has nothing to do with this.
Actually,
It's
it
all
has
just-
everything to do with this, I guess.
That has everything to do with this.
No, it doesn't.
Hey!
It does, and you know it! It doesn't. Does. That's not really great rhetoric. Does not. It does! Does not! Let's stop this, it's pointless. Right. Couldn't convince her at all. Yeah.
He just controls me however he sees fit.
You're wrong, Kako.
How can you say that? Because Emma told me to fight, yeah. So I came here, convinced you said I didn't injure pets. If you think someone wants to control your sister, he must care about you. You're the only family he has. Mother dearest.
Anyway, that has nothing to do with this. It's all just him deciding things in the end. I'm his only family, but he never discusses things with me. It's just so cruel.
Why do I have to argue against her when she's right? She's so right.
Do you really, though?
What do you mean? Heard out your past from him, huh? What? It's just been you two ever since your parents passed in that traffic accident, right? Brother's desperately struggled to protect you since then. He'd literally do anything for you. Sure, he may be overbearing at times. At times? That's putting it lightly. That just means his bond with you is deeper than anyone or anything else. Your lives have been nothing but pain, but you were able to overcome it together. That's... There's no way you could actually hate Emma. He cares about you with all his heart, and I think you care about him just as much as he cares about you, Kako.
We put our lives on the line in this war. We could die at any time. I wouldn't want someone I care about getting dragged into it. You lost your parents. You should understand that feeling. So please, don't do anything reckless. Do it for the person who loves you more than anyone in the world.
You know what you mean, Emma. You need to keep yourself safe for him.
You know how much you mean to Emma. You need to keep yourself safe for him.
Yes! It messed up? It didn't work?
No, I can't do that.
Ha! I lost the debate! Take that! Persuasion failed! It makes sense in context. I promise. Oh. Huh? My dear brother's always putting me first, it's true. And I do appreciate everything he's done for me. But there's another side to this. He means just as much to me as I do to him. That's why I can't just do nothing anymore. I have someone that I want to protect too. I have to watch my dear brother. If I have to watch my dear brother getting hurt and making everyone his enemy, all for my sake, I think my heart might break. I don't want to hold him back. I never have. I just want us to support each other as equals. I'm not trying to rebel against him or leave him behind. I want to fight to protect him. I'm doing this because I love him. Right. Of course. You have something worth fighting for. Just like the rest of us. I understand Kaku's feelings all too well. Her desire to fight isn't some passing whim. She's thought everything through, understood the risks, and come to the decision that's right for her. But wait, this isn't how it was supposed to go? I was about to talk her out of fighting.
Oh, dear. It looks like you failed in your task, Mr. Sumino.
Well, just as an aside real quick, does this mean Kako is like... She didn't just bend to my rhetorical tactics. Does that mean Kako is the strongest-willed character in the whole game? Perhaps it does. Hey, did you know this would happen from the beginning? You set me up to fail? Thanks, I guess? Seriously, what was all that about? I had such high hopes for you two. Brother dearest.
Hey!
Hold on a minute, Emma. It's true that I couldn't convince Kako to quit, but maybe you should listen to how she feels about it. That's right, It's okay, sister dearest. I heard the whole thing. You did? Yes, I was here the whole time. I want to observe and make sure Mr. Sumino did a good job. So you're spying on us? Are you going to trust me with this? It's hard for me to trust anyone when it comes to my dear sister's welfare. She's always been stubborn, but I'm still surprised even you couldn't get her to see sense.
Oh!
I guess it just goes to show things don't always work out the way you want.
I wonder if this is how it'll feel when you run off and get married someday.
What do you mean? You don't need me to say it, do you? We've never really needed words to understand each other. I'm truly proud of you for growing into such a determined young woman, but at the same time, a little sad that you might not need my help so much anymore. Excuse me while I go cry into my pillow. If anyone needs me, I'll be in my room. It's getting late, sister dearest. Don't stay up too long. Yuma left, smiling as usual, except this smile was different. It was tinged with a kind of resignation, and maybe even loneliness. Wait a minute, was he just using us to, like, test Kako's resolve?
Huh?
Maybe he's a little more nuanced than I give him credit for. Did he just give you his approval? I'm not sure. I've never seen him act like that before. Kako was clearly worried about her brother, and since we didn't have anything more to talk about, I took my leave. As for me, I went back to my room.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
I wonder what Kako's sort of abilities and stuff are gonna be. Not sure who it'll be. Kako would probably fit pretty well. Surely we've got to get a flying unit at some point too, right? Like that's a cool effect that some of the enemies have that we haven't experienced yet on any of our units. I could see Kako being like a flying unit, maybe. We can get both of them? Possibly. I wouldn't mind if it was just Kako, so. To sum up what happened today, I failed to persuade Kako to stay on the sidelines, but she somehow managed to convince Ima how serious she is about all this. So she's going to fight with us in the next defensive battle, right? In that case, what will Ima do? Can't imagine he'll let Kako fight alone. Seriously, why do those two have to be such an hassle? Somewhat dissatisfied as I grappled with that notion, I decided to check on them in a few days.